Welcome back to Sissy Maya. Here, we embrace true femininity. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an update.
It was the day before the last day of school before the summer break. To make the last day memorable, our class decided to host a costume party and everyone would be assigned their roles by our teacher, Ms. Jennifer. While my friends got roles such as Batman, Superman, and Captain America, Ms. Jennifer assigned me the role of a sissy slave. I was supposed to dress and behave like a sissy slave to anyone who wanted to use me. I stood there, frozen in shock, as Ms. Jennifer announced my assigned role. The classroom erupted in laughter and whispers spread like wildfire among my classmates. My face flushed with embarrassment, feeling the weight of everyone's eyes on me. How could she do this to me? I thought. Ms. Jennifer, oblivious to the discomfort she had just caused me, continued her enthusiastic speech about the upcoming costume party. She blabbered on about how it would be a fun and inclusive event, where everyone could step into the shoes of their assigned character for a day. I couldn't believe this was happening. I had always been a shy and introverted person, avoiding attention at all costs. And now, I was being forced into a role that would undoubtedly make me the center of attention, subjecting myself to potential ridicule and humiliation. As the day of the costume party approached, anxiety gnawed at my insides like a hungry beast. I desperately hoped that Ms. Jennifer would reconsider her decision, but she seemed indifferent to my silent pleas for mercy. The morning of the party arrived, and I reluctantly put on the outfit that Ms. Jennifer had provided for me, a frilly pink dress that barely covered my thighs, complete with stockings and high-heeled shoes that felt both awkward and uncomfortable. Steeling myself with a deep breath, I stepped into the classroom transformed into a sissy slave, my hands trembling, my heart racing with apprehension. The hallway was filled with laughter and chatter as other students flaunted their superhero costumes or trendy outfits. Walking through the crowded hallway toward my classroom felt like an eternity. Every whisper and snicker echoed in my ears, amplifying my self-consciousness. I could feel the weight of judgmental eyes on me, and the shame burned deep within my chest. Entering the classroom, I tried my best to keep my head held high, but it was a feeble attempt at maintaining any semblance of dignity. The classroom fell silent as my classmates caught sight of me in my revealing attire, their eyes widening with shock and amusement. The air hung heavy with tension as everyone processed what they were witnessing. Some burst into uncontrollable laughter, unable to contain their amusement at my expense. Others exchanged glances, unsure of how to react or whether they should intervene on my behalf. Ms. Jennifer, standing at the front of the room, seemed oblivious to the impact her decision had made on me. She continued with her usual cheery disposition, unaware of the turmoil that churned inside me. Feeling the weight of their stares, I took a deep breath and gathered what little strength I had left. If I was going to survive this day, I needed to hold my head high and refuse to let their mockery break me. With newfound determination, I walked confidently to my assigned seat, ignoring the snickers and whispers that followed me. Each step was a testament to my resilience, a silent proclamation that their judgment would not define me. Throughout the day, every interaction became a test of endurance. Some classmates took advantage of the opportunity afforded by my costume, mocking me openly and treating me as an object of ridicule. It was as if their true colors were revealed through this social experiment orchestrated by Ms. Jennifer. The real humiliation began when my friend, Karen, who I held so dearly, commanded me to worship her feet, in front of the whole class. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This was going too far, even for a costume party. The room fell silent as Karen's words hung in the air, everyone waiting to see how I would respond. A mix of anger and humiliation surged through me, but I knew that reacting with aggression would only make the situation worse. It was clear that Karen was relishing in her newfound power over me, using my assigned role to assert dominance. Taking a deep breath, I summoned all the strength I had left and walked towards Karen with measured steps. My heart pounded in my chest as I knelt before her, trying to keep my trembling hands steady. The entire class watched with bated breath as I obediently began to untie Karen's shoes. Hot waves of shame washed over me, but I refused to let it consume me. Instead, I focused on staying calm and composed. As I delicately removed each shoe, Karen's expression shifted from smug satisfaction to confusion. My touch became gentle and respectful, devoid of any trace of subservience. It was an act of defiance cloaked within the boundaries of my assigned role. Impressive, Ms. Jennifer finally spoke up, her voice carrying a faint hint of surprise. You've certainly embraced the essence of your character. Her words caught me off guard. Was she actually approving of my response? Or was this just another part of her twisted experiment? Regardless, it felt like a sliver of validation amidst the overwhelming humiliation. I took her socks off and began to gently lick her feet. My classmates watched in astonishment as I continued to perform this act of obedience, but I did so with a newfound sense of power. I had taken control of the situation, turning the tables on those who sought to humiliate me. Their laughter had quieted, replaced with a mix of discomfort and intrigue. As I ran my tongue along Karen's soft skin, I could feel the tension in the room thickening. Some students shifted uncomfortably in their seats, unable to look away but unsure of how to react. Others stared at me, their eyes filled with a mix of curiosity and confusion. Ms. Jennifer, seemingly torn between her role as a teacher and her fascination with this unexpected turn of events, remained silent. Her face betrayed a hint of admiration mixed with concern. It was clear that my actions had disrupted the dynamic she had originally intended for this costume party. Completing the task at hand, I gently placed Karen's feet back on the ground and rose to my feet. The room remained hushed as I returned to my seat, reclaiming my place among my peers. The rest of the day passed in a blur as whispers continued to circulate throughout the classroom. Some students approached me cautiously, offering words of apology or curiosity about my unexpected response. Others kept their distance, unsure of how to approach me after witnessing such an unconventional display. Even though I had turned the tables on those who sought to demean me, I couldn't deny the lingering discomfort that clung to me like a second skin. The events of the day had exposed a vulnerability within myself that I had long suppressed, leaving me with a mixture of pride and uncertainty. As the final bell rang, signaling the end of the school day, I gathered my things and prepared to leave. My mind raced with conflicting emotions, unsure of how to process the events that had unfolded. Part of me felt a surge of triumph, having faced my fears head-on and asserting control in a situation that seemed impossible to navigate. But beneath that triumph lurked a lingering unease, a nagging question of whether I had compromised too much of myself in the process.